On top of the switch, I have my Apple TV 4K. I have a Home Assistant Green, which handles all of my automation for the lighting and all the scenes, and it does a lot of the back end stuff for my remote control. It's fantastic. I love the idea of automating everything, but never wanted to spend Control4 type money on a product or a solution. So buying a $100 Home Assistant Green box has been fantastic, because it'll sit there and it monitors the Kaleidescape status, it monitors the Apple TV status, doesn't monitor the Blu-ray player, but that's the Blu-ray player, not the Home Assistant. And it knows when I press play, I don't have to program the remote with a macro that says, when I press play, you start playing and turn out these 3 lights and do all these other things. When I press play, the remote control tells the Kaleidescape or the Apple TV, play. The Home Assistant then monitors those media players, and it says, oh, this one's playing. That means I'm supposed to activate the movie playback scene, which turns out all the lights. It minimizes lighting in the rest of the house to just like pathway lighting, since I was down here at the same time. We could set it to change the heating or cooling of the other 2 zones in the house while we're in the theater. You can have it do all kinds of things just based on the fact that it knows, oh, the Kaleidescape is playing a movie right now. When the Kaleidescape hits the end credits, it tells the Home Assistant Green sees, oh, it's in end credits, start slowly bringing the lights up in the theater. And it's just so cool. It takes away all those things that you have to do normally when you start playing back a movie, or a movie's over, fumbling for the remote for the lights so you can turn them back on, see where you're going, all that kind of stuff. It's really what provides that one button aspect of the theater that I think is really cool, and it helps me get into that relaxation mode that's why I built the theater. I didn't build the theater so I could press 7 buttons every time I want to watch a movie. I built the theater because I wanted to watch movies, relax, and escape. The Home Assistant automation adds to the elegance of the simplicity of such a complex system. And it makes it just that much more relaxing and enjoyable and fun too. There's something really cool about pressing a button and having all the room changes. So very, very fun stuff, very cool stuff. Now the Apple TV used to also have a NVIDIA Shield next to it. And I mentioned I was going to talk about the conflicts thing with PLEX. So when we moved, there was about a 4-month period where our stuff was still in transit. We were unpacking, and there was no theater set up here. And when I did set up the theater, I set it up just like I had it in Iowa, with the NVIDIA Shield as our main playback device for PLEX. And the PLEX server was a large server style PC with a 60 terabyte, network RAID. It was very powerful, did a great job. But when we set it up, we had missed a couple updates on the NVIDIA Shield and skipped over a couple and jumped right to the newest one, which caused a weird conflict in that anything with a Dolby True HD soundtrack, whether it was Atmos or just 5.1, 7.1, whatever it was, anything with Dolby True HD would not play back on the NVIDIA Shield, whether it was through PLEX, whether it was through MB, or whether it was through VLC. It just wouldn't do it. And that was just, I couldn't go back. I wasn't going to buy another one. And that kind of ended up being the last straw of, I'm tired of maintaining this huge server. It's loud, it takes up a lot of space. It is giving me crap like this. So that's when I bought the Kaleidescape. And again, they're the same end user experience, but they're not the same thing. That's why I downsized PLEX. I still use it. It's still our DVR. We don't have cable or satellite or anything. We use an antenna on the roof. So we use the PLEX DVR with a HD home run tuner. I still have probably 75 movies in the PLEX. Maybe a few more than that, but stuff that either isn't on Kaleidescape or stuff that I haven't gotten around to rebuying yet, or I haven't prioritized enough to rebuy. But I do still have some stuff on PLEX, and got rid of the NVIDIA Shield and just kind of, just using the Apple TV app for PLEX right now.